Hey guys, it's Michael, and week 4 is over. And so I'm going to talk about it and get into it. First, just right away, I took this week so much easier than my previous weeks because my leg continued to hurt. So I ended up only doing 23.81 miles this week, which I think is still a good number. It's about half of what I've been doing, so you can kind of see I went from this to this. But so I guess I'll tell you how it started. The first day of this week, started out with, I told you guys, I think, about me getting my hip worked on a little bit, and she worked the soft tissues of my hip and my leg, and I was stretching and doing all that, and we both realized that my hip is so tight. The inside of my hip, the outside of my hip, my whole leg is tight, and so I realized that I need to stretch more. And then I went to run that night, and I was on treadmill, and I was about 10 minutes or so into my 30-minute workout, and I am not running that fast. It was very easy pace, and I'm going along, and I feel like my leg is starting to hurt. I feel it, and then 5 minutes later, halfway through, 15 minutes, I feel like I can't do this. I can't finish, and my leg is shooting pain down the inside of it, and it's going down next to my knee. And so I have this pain, and it's about every 5 seconds, so it's not fun. And I probably should have just stopped then, but I decided, okay, we can make it, and I did make it through my 30 minutes, and I realized that there was more problems than I anticipated. So I had to cut back a little bit this week. So it's kind of like a recovery week rather than what I have been doing. So I've been focusing more on these shorter runs. So Friday I just rested. Saturday I did a short run on trail for about 3 miles. Sunday I did a short run on trail for about 3 miles. And then same with Monday. Tuesday I did I did an hour long run on trail for 6 miles, and then I did 4 miles yesterday, and I'm still feeling it. But I did get back into my yoga practice and doing more stretching, because obviously if my hip's tight, I'm just not running well, I'm not moving well, and that's not where I want to be. So I've kind of readjusted my plan. And I ran 6 days this week I ran 6 times this week on 6 days. And I didn't do double runs because I think double runs are really hard on my legs, because this is a double run day for me. Okay, you ready? I will run in the morning. After I get up and have breakfast, I run. And then I usually either go to class or I go to work for this amount of time. And then I get home and I go run for another hour or an hour and a half, or usually it's an hour, and then I have dinner and I go to bed, and I get up and I go run. So it's this constant run, and my muscles don't have time to recover and repair themselves, because you are damaging your muscles when you use them. So you're tearing them apart, and then they come back together, and then you tear them and then they come back together, and they get stronger as you build them up and everything. But I realize that I'm just tearing and they're not coming back together, and I'm tearing, and it's just this overuse injury that I'm developing. So yesterday was kind of a hard run, not physically, but it was hard because I get frustrated, and I put this, last year's work that I did, I put that on me, and I'm like, oh, I was here. I'm not there anymore. So you can't say, I was over here and now I'm here, but I expect to be here, you know? You push and you push and you push yourself, and you have to take time, and that should be the thing to look at. And I realize that it's like, it's not about the frustration that I feel, because I feel the frustration, obviously, and I recognize it, but it's not focus on that. You should focus on, this is where I'm going to go, and this is how I'm going to get there, and this is the journey that I'm on. So I just need to do more of what I was doing last year, because I did really well in my marathon last year, and this training plan is really intense and good for it, but I'm not there yet. So I realized that I'm cutting back a little bit. I'm going to try to get into about 35 miles-ish a week, and start building up, and then maybe build in the double days, because doubles are hard. They're hard on the body. It takes time, you know. You don't realize how much time you put into it until you've run twice, gone to work for 8 hours, and done all of that. So that's the hard part about that. And in any exercise program that you're in, or if you're running too, don't get frustrated with where you start, because I'd say this is the start of my year, so I'm a month into it. Why am I getting upset about week 3 or week 4 of running when, you know, I've only put in X amount of time, and I have 4 more months to do? You know, it's like, why are we trying to be somewhere that we're not? And I kind of realized that this week. It's definitely more of a reflective week, a reflective how the month went. The month went really well, because I'm at 152 miles this month already. I still have 2 more days, which I'll run a few miles then, and hopefully get a couple more miles in, and I'm right where my goal, where I wanted to be. About 162 is where I wanted to be. So, you know, I just have to realize that we're continuing to progress and do all that, and yeah, we'll get there. You know, this is the start, it's not the finish, and you just have to realize and take the time, and listen to the body. Listen to your body. If it hurts, stop and reassess, readjust, and move forward from there. So that's my advice to you guys if you are in exercise programs, or if you're running or starting something new, is listen to your body, because, you know, there's a lot that it will tell you as you're doing something, and if you're in pain, you should stop. And I was in pain and I didn't stop, and that's me. But I'm stopping now, and I'm learning, and I'm doing yoga, and I'm stretching, and I'm doing all that. So, yeah, that was my week this week. It was a little bit different and a little bit off of the training plan, but that's okay. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below so you guys don't miss out what's happening next week in any of my videos. And you guys can leave a comment below about if you guys are running, what's working for you, if you're doing a different exercise deal, training, or anything like that. You can leave it in a comment. Also comment below if you want to see a yoga tutorial on the stretching that I do after each run. I stretch now after every single run, and I have a whole yoga routine that's around it. And if you guys want, or if you like the video, or comment, I'll know that you guys want to see it. So, yeah, that's it for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.